media platforms from Atomy America. Next, it's time to learn about Atomy's absolute quality, absolute price products from Atomy. So please welcome our product presenter, Sharon Rosemaster, Andrew Kim.
Aloha, New Jersey. Hi. My name is Andrew Kim, Sharon Rosemaster, from Honolulu, Hawaii. Actually, I lived in Pensacola a couple of months ago, and we recently moved to Hawaii. Hawaii is really nice, and it's been a great couple of months, and I just flew in to present to you guys our Atomy Organic Fermented Noni Concentrate. So let's start. You ready? Yeah. All right, so there's a disclaimer. I'm still a public servant. I work for the United States government. I work at the VA. So any mention of the product and the service does not imply or endorsed by Department of VA, or Department of Defense, or United States government. I just want to make sure that. And I really want to thank you for paying my salary. Appreciate your tax. Thank you very much. I would like to also recognize any veterans here, military folks. If you are a veteran, I want you to stand. And if you are a military member, active, reservist, Coast Guards, I want you to get our applause. You deserve our appreciation. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. You guys are our heroes. Thank you. Having said that, let's move on. You know, life is not fair. Wouldn't you agree with me? Yeah. You know, some people are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. So they don't have to worry about money at all. They don't even have to come here because they have enough money. How about people, look around you. Some are really prettier than you, handsomer than you, they're taller than you, they look so much better than you. Life is not fair. It is not. Some people have hair, some people don't have hair. Life is not fair. How about people who are smart? IQ. Those people are so smart, they run the world. Life is not fair. Look, our chairman, you know, Hangil Park, he is so smart, and he got this Atomy system going, and he is, you know, reaping his success. It's not fair. Right? But there's one thing in common. Let me see if is that we all age. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor. It doesn't matter if you are pretty or handsome or tall, or you're short, like me. Or if you are smart or dumb, if your IQ is high or low, it does not matter. You know, getting older does not discriminate. We will all get old one of these days. Having said that, look, yeah, doesn't that guy look like a K-pop idol, right? Well, that was me 35 years ago. And look, I got old. My wife, she's still pretty. She is gorgeous. She is amazing. She hasn't changed a bit. But I want to talk about successful aging today. Because either you like it or not, we are all gonna age. And we want to perhaps age successfully. That's where I come in, and that's what I want to talk about. Now, successful longevity And there has been many articles, many studies, but recent paper says that 20% is genetics, your successful longevity, right? But the 80% is your lifestyle. How do you live? 80%. So predominantly, mostly, it's up to us, right? For successful longevity. Now, they said the lifestyle to change, to be successful, is first, do not smoke cigarettes. And today, if you do, I beg you guys to stop. Because smoking cigarettes is #1 cause of multiple illness. So I beg you. And take Atomy Noni and Him. That will give you the longevity and successful longevity. Now, you know, as we get older, age, there is occurrence of cancer that's inevitable. As you get older, your chance of getting cancer becomes higher. And it is proven with many clinical trials and studies. So I want to talk to you guys about age-related occurrence of cancer. If you live long enough, you will get cancer. It's a matter of time. You know, you think that, oh, I'll never get cancer. No, if you guys live long enough, you will get prostate cancer. It's just fact, right? Now, let's look at this chart. I want to pay attention to the blue is man. Blue is a healthy man, and the yellow line is healthy woman. And the cancer incident rates really becomes very important at this inflection point. And that age here is at 65. Who is 65 years older than 65 years old here today? Yeah, you don't want to raise your hand. I'm not saying you should raise your hand, but I know that we have a bunch of folks here. So age-related occurrence of cancer is prevalent at above 65. You will get it prior to that too. But the cancer is very bad. I know some of you here may had cancer, going through remission, or you may know your loved ones who had cancer or who has cancer. My dad, when he was 57, he died of lung cancer. He smoked. His lifestyle was not prudent. It wasn't good. So cancer is a very bad part of our lives, right? Let's move on. So what is noni? Noni has been with us thousands of years. It is a fruit from a tree, and it has a medicinal values for many, many years for many people, specifically on South Pacific rims. Hawaii has tons of noni. Our noni comes from Indonesia, Java Island. Philippines have noni. Why? Because of the volcanic soil that they have. The volcanic soil is filled with minerals and nutrients, and that's how noni is born. And it helps with fever, people who are vomiting, dizzy, diarrhea, headaches. So it has multiple benefits for multiple illness. But I'm gonna get into a little more specifics. Now, there is a book, and I have this book, and it's The Noni Phenomenon by Neil Solomon. He's a medical doctor, has PhD, and he was trained in Johns Hopkins in Maryland. And he wrote this book and went really specific about the clinical trials that he had and all this paper that he had and how it benefits our health and our body. Now, this is Dr. Neil Solomon, and again, with 50 other doctors, with 10,000 patients, he had so many research going on. Now, some of the effects and benefits is hypertension, right? It alleviates depression, improve digestion functions, and they have tons of all those studies. So this is fact. This is not anecdotal. This is not subjective. This is very, very objective results. So our Atomy organic fermented noni concentrate is very, very special. I met Dr. Na, who actually created this noni, Atomy Noni. And we talked several hours because I'm in that profession, right? I'm an eye doctor. And he was telling me about he went through so many different, mixtures. Someone said idea is easy. But bringing idea to the production is very, very hard. But Atomy was able to produce this noni to benefit us. And I'm going to talk more about that. So, as pharmacology of noni, you have this 200 types of phytochemicals. You got tons of minerals. And I'm going to touch on few of the important compounds here. Zearanin, iridoids, and so forth. Let's move on. So what differentiates our noni from others is that it is 100% Morinda strifolia. Why? Because that is the only noni that contains all the active ingredients that help us with health benefits. There are other types of noni. It's 100%. It is always genetically identified by our company. It has calamansi. Calamansi is like an orange fruit. Has 40 times more of vitamin C than lemon. Super antioxidant. Has a coconut sugar because our noni is fermented, remember? It's fermented. So we choose coconut sugar because of this low glycemic index, so to prevent our sugar spikes in our blood. And also cyclodextrin syrup. And it is used in many medications, antiviral medication. So it is a microcapsule transporter that goes right through the cells to bring those important nutritions to make sure your cells thrive. We have about 38 trillion cells in our body, and that needs to be nourished well. Stress is inevitable. Right now, I'm very stressed. I'm up here, I'm lecturing, I'm talking to you. My heart rate right now is 138. It is stressful. But I took noni to calm myself down. How about coming here today? Wasn't traffic stressful? Flying here, flight is stressful. So we live in a stressful world. So we need to de-stress a little bit. And that's where the noni comes in. And 4 other active ingredients that I want to talk to you about. Noni contains adaptogens. Adaptogens is a compound that is produced not only in mammals like us or animals, but it is also produced in plants to reduce the stress. So plants also go through stress as well, like us. So we have adaptogens. Serotonin. You heard of serotonin, right? Serotonin is a neurotransmitter / hormone that help us to be happy. So a lot of people who are on antidepressive medications, like the medication Zoloft or other ones, it makes sure that your serotonin level stays at stable level. So this is important. Noni contains that. Iridoids. Iridoids repairs your DNA. Make sure that your DNA is replicated properly and well. Zearanin. Zearanin is only active ingredient that you find in noni. There's no other fruits or anything out in the world that contains zearanin except noni. And zearanin is what makes our cells happy and calm. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. So relationship between cells and zearanin, it is very, very important. You know, a lot of damaged cells do not contain zearanin. Healthy cells contains, rich in zearanin, and zearanin is only found in noni. So this is a big word called homeostasis. Homeostasis is where your cells, your body becomes calm, balanced, like Zen, you know? Why don't we take a breath here? Big breath. Everybody, follow after me. Take a deep breath. Slowly exhale. Isn't that a lot better? Right? So homeostasis is the state of balance among all the body systems needed for the body to survive and function correctly. So I'm going to wrap it up with some studies we did. In February 2024, we did a 30 days Atomy Noni challenge, and we had 15 participants in our center. So we did a survey. Now, this is not a peer reviewable, articles or clinical trials. This is just a survey we did so that let's see if really Noni works, right? This is the result. And these are the people who participated. And, we have people who participated with their family members, elderly mom too. So it was a very, very nice kind of experiment. So let's look at the 3 hypotheses that we had and 3 things we looked at: sleep quality, energy level, and mood. So as you can see, everything went up, right? But the most things that went up the most is energy level and the mood, right? Right over here. And sleep quality went up as well. And we did scales from 1 to 5, very subjective, and for 30 days. But that's not the only result that I was impressed with. But look at this trend. We have to look at the trend. You see this up and down, high and low, right? In the beginning, it was high and low, and then at the end, you see how it narrows the gap? That means that your sleep quality, your energy level, your mood is becoming less erratic, meaning it's becoming consistent. Very important. Don't you want to have a spouse who has consistent mood? Never really get upset too much, right? We all want something consistent, right? That's very important. So this is just hot off the press. Phase 2. We did 60 days of Atomy Noni challenge. 25 people registered, but only 12 people completed because it's 60 days. It's a lot of commitment, but we have the result. You want to see? Yes. Here it is. Look at that. You see how the pattern is similar from phase 1. Is repeatable, is something that is consistent from our phase 1 trial. So Noni, although this is not a big kind of random studies, but it works and it proves that it helps with our energy level and mood level as well, right? But we looked at other 2 things. Pain level. As you get older, there are places you're getting hurt, right? Your back, your head. So we also asked for the pain. And as you could see that it went down, as well as it became a little bit more consistent. This cluster here, but consistent, meaning pain is not as erratic as prior to using the Noni, right? So this is very important data. Let's look at the last thing that we looked at was our bowel movement. You know, bowel movement is very important in our daily life, isn't it? As you get older, your bowel movement decreases, and it's very, very difficult. And when we did the studies here, you see that number 3 being normal, the best bowel movement. Number 1 being very soft diarrhea. Number 5 being constipation, right? So as you could see, for 60 days, it's becoming a little bit more erratic as we go along, but on the 60 days, right here, the pattern was becoming very consistent. So what does this tell you about Noni is that it really helps with so many things in our body. So I really recommend Atomy, our organic fermented Noni concentrate. So one of the things that Dr. Nat told me was that Noni not only helps with all those things, but it also helps other things that you're taking with. So if you're taking himohim, right, then Noni will make himohim even better. So please take it as a conjunction with himohim and other vitamins, supplements that you're taking. So I'm going to close with one thing, is that life goes by fast. And I hope you have a happy, and healthy life. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Sharon Roastmaster, Andrew Kim, for the great presentation. And hopefully, the Atomy Organic Noni Concentrate can be a great part of your healthy lifestyle, and hopefully can help with the same mood and consistency for your spouse, right? All right, tell me one more round of applause for Sharon Roastmaster, Andrew Kim. Before we move on to the next program, I must admit,